I decided to do it myself because I wanted them to hear from the horse's mouth. This is what I saw. Now, this ain't the first time I've been in an audience when somebody made a messed up gesture at me or whatever. Back in the past, it's happened. You know, in my last show, sometime, depending on what city, whatever, it has happened. But it's just that I had got a call prior to that earlier today. And then for me to get here, and then this happened, then I became nervous as hell. At this point, I'm thinking about my safety. I'm thinking about my kids. And I'm thinking about my wife. And I'm thinking about just, you know.
What about, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, I know. But I'm just curious, because I know there was other shows that Jay was saying when he was here, you heard it, that you left. There was like 4 or 5 shows that you left. And he felt, I guess, because it was for the same issues that he believed it was for this one. I mean, what was the case in the other shows?
The other case in the other shows, it wasn't 4 or 5 shows on. Let me just, I was just at the end of this.
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish.
I can be here till the morning answering these questions. But what happened is, at that point in time, I was concerned about my safety, and I was concerned about my kids and my wife, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the dressing room after I made that announcement and apologized to everybody, but let them know what was happening. Went to my dressing room, and then by that time, New York police came, and they asked me what happened. I told them what had happened, so they locked my door, just told me, just hold on, just chill for a minute until we can, you know, sweep the place and we could see those guys. At that time, I asked them, had they checked, all my people really was asking them, had they checked the place? Had they checked everybody? And they said they did. You know, they checked all the guys coming in and everything, but they didn't check all of the girls. They checked most of them. They didn't check all of them, you know. And at this point, I became even more concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody, let's be real, can carry a weapon. I know where I come from. Guys can get their girls a weapon and bring it in, whatever. I don't know. Did I ever see a gun? No, I didn't. Did I see somebody just like they had a gun? Twice. And that, I became concerned about my safety. So at that point in time, lawyers was back there, everybody, because just like Jay or anybody else at this point, your lawyers and everybody else going to be concerned about your well-being and notify the cops or whatever. I was done for tonight. I was done. But when Jeff Sharp, which is the promoter of the tour, came back there and told me that everything was cool, we're going to get the police out here. It's 140-some police. They called more. They're going to get them out there and sweep the place and make sure that everything is cool. And if they do that, would you feel comfortable about going back out? And I said, well, do that. They did that, and they came back, which is plenty enough time for me to go and perform. And they did. They came back. They said everything was cool. They got cops all out there.
When you say sweep the place,
you know, just to go out there and look for the guys, see if they see anybody, and then just place them in a, you know, in a certain area where, you know, if anything do jump off, they all over the place.
Right.
They all own it. You know.
So the cops went out there. Now you're backstage. I just want to get it clear.
Yeah.
So you made your announcement that you believed that there was people out there with guns waving at you. Then you went backstage, and then the cops went out to kind of secure the area more, just kind of and check. All right, so then go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then they came back, told me, you know, they got a lot of cops out there now. Everything should be cool, even though I said to myself, but y'all ain't going to be walking around on stage with me. I said that to myself. But I thought about my fans. I thought about radio stations. I thought about what everybody was going to say. I thought about what could possibly go down. And I said to myself, if something's going to happen to me, it's going to happen while I'm doing my work. That's what I said to myself.
So you plan to go back out?
I didn't plan. Jeff Sharp was on his way to make a statement because I told him I'm going back out. I still had my earphones on. Still, even now, still got my, what you call it?
Battery pack.
He still has his battery pack
on. I put my backpack on and my mic and everything like that. So we on the way back to the stage. At this point, it's me, Ja Rule, you know, okay. We on the way back to the stage, you know what I'm saying, and going up the stairs to go on stage. I was told, don't come up on the stage, whatever, and then people start pepper cans in my eyes.
Just from where? From the crowd or from backstage?
Backstage. And I can't get no names who that is right now.
Oh, but you know who it is. You know who it was. It's somebody that you know. Somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Somebody that was upset maybe that you didn't finish your show tonight.
Well, can't say I didn't finish it.
But at that point, they assumed probably that you were not going to finish the show and was
but it
upset.
doesn't deserve pepper spray in the eye or the face or none of that. Doesn't deserve violence at all. Because that's not what we out here for. We out here to perform. We out here having things happen. There's been times on the show, Jay had, in the middle of the show, Jay had changed songs, no problem. Jay had left the show, said he had something he had to do. We cut the show short. I came out and I announced to the people that it's all good. Made them look good, made me look good, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about to me. That's what it'll be about tomorrow, whatever.
Wow.
But I got pepper spray on the way to the stage.
So you were going to go back. So you were going to go back on stage.
I was on the stage, basically, walking up the steps to the stage, on the stage. And I got pepper spray, and it went in my eye, went in my mind. I didn't know what the hell it was. It's just, you know what I'm saying? All I know is security grabbed me, and then got me out of back to the dressing room until they can get cars or whatever. Ambulance came, got me, went in the ambulance, so they put some stuff in me and a couple of security's eyes or whatever, got me to the hospital, checked me out, and here I
am. Wow. All right, just so I could kind of understand, too, to go back what I asked you before about the other shows, because, I mean, you have to understand that to a fan of somebody who bought the tickets or to somebody even just hearing the stories, it's like, you know, that what happened tonight is like, oh, man, damn. You know, it's kind of understandable. But with a history of people saying that there's been a couple of shows before this that you broke out on, I wonder what the reason for those shows were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let me tell you, the reason for those shows is, as I said before, technical difficulties when it came to lighting and everything. I wish I had a million years to explain to y'all, but I'm going to try to make it short and sweet as possible. In the beginning of the show, I never got my chance to work with the lighting people. We had 3 weeks of rehearsal, but I never got a chance to rehearse with the lighting people. And in my 15 years, I never had it was never one show I've done, even in my talent show days when I wasn't even known. I got a chance to work with the lighting people, and I just did not get my chance to do that. You know, and
So you left though, no? You have to go.
No, just hold on. What'd you say?
Okay, so I'm sorry. So for lighting reasons, I mean that's hard. I want you to make me understand, or people understand, because it's hard to understand.
Let me make you understand.
Yeah,
I have no problem.
It's hard to understand how you could leave an arena because of something of the lighting. Like how serious is that, or what would make you do that? You know what I mean?
Well, when you are a perfectionist and you a guy that likes to give 100% with your shows, and when you done put $1.5 million up on the stage, let me just be real with you, you want your $1.5 million out of that, because that's a lot of damn money on the stage. And when you feel you're being cheated out of that, and nobody's giving you the chance to work with the people you're supposed to work with, as far as the lighting people are concerned, that's why I always told people my deal was with the lighting people at that point in time. And everybody know about it. I went off on the lighting man at one point. Even though I finished the show out, I did go off on the lighting man at that point. But it was problems with the lighting. There was problems with a lot of things like that. But like I say, Jay has changed the show, shortened the show. He left a couple of shows. I came out and told the fans, hey,
So what happens now? I mean, you obviously heard Jay when he came up here and how he feels, how strongly he feels about the situation. I mean, what happens now? I guess this tour is not going to continue, I'd imagine.
Well, I don't know. I'm willing to finish the tour. I'm going to be here in New York tomorrow, at Madison Square Garden, ready to put on a show. My eyes are better, Hopefully, security will be checking everybody. I have no problem performing.
But, I mean, the state of whatever the relationship is now, I mean, Jay's obviously, when you called, he didn't want to pick up. Like, it's very tense and I guess
when I
upset.
Called?
Didn't you call, or somebody said you were calling? No? Earlier? Oh, okay. Well, somebody had told me you were on the phone, so I said to him you were on the phone, and he didn't even want to pick up the phone.
That wasn't me on the phone. I thought to do this very thing that I did is just come.
To come by.
Yeah, just like he did, just like anybody.
I thank you for that, too. I thank you for that.
So there could be a show tomorrow, Ange. There could be a show tomorrow.
It could be. I mean, I would imagine the conversation.
Jay was saying he would want to do his show, and R saying now that he wants to do his show.
But these guys go on on stage together for most of the part.
No, we just go on the show for the very beginning. We do like maybe about 9 to maybe 8 or 9 minutes on stage, and then that'd be it. And we start switching back and forth.
Is there any part of you that feels like maybe you could have just been panicking or something?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah. But I wasn't going to take any chances. Yeah, something sometimes tell me, man, was I just overthink? No. But then when I say I saw what I saw, I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crazy. But anybody that would see something like that, I'm not the first. And I know I'm not the last. They're going to let security know. Security's going to put them to the side, and they're going to go check things out. If they feel that things are safe, they're going to come back to the artist and tell the artist everything's cool. The artist is going to come back if he feels that everything's cool. That's what I did. And when I did that, coming to the stage, I got pepper sprayed.
Right.
I ain't never been pepper sprayed in my whole life. I didn't know what the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? It was in my eyes. It was in my mouth. And
so you think
so
you could really, like, you could do a show tomorrow? And
why wouldn't I be able to?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm getting a different, obviously, you're in a different, completely different place than Jay was when he got up here.
You know why? Because it's, and I want my fans to know that it's always two sides to a story. You know, I'm not going to get up here and dog nobody or blame nobody or do anything. I'm just going to tell what happened. That's what happened.
You have to have some kind of feeling about what he said tonight, or
who wouldn't, of course, but I'm not an amateur. I'm not going to get into that. I'm here for my fans. I'm not here for Jay. I'm here for my fans. They the one buys our records. They the one, and if something happened on that stage, I don't care if it was 3 or 4 shows. I would get on the radio or do whatever I had to do to apologize to my fans and explain to them, because, yes, we owe them an explanation. But it's not going to be a negative explanation toward Jay-Z.
So as far as you stand, you would finish this tour?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
I guess just all of us got the impression at this point that there's been problems. Like tonight happened, but that there's been problems throughout this tour.
There's going to always be problems. There's going to always be problems.
I mean, problems to the point that shows are not happening. Problems to the point that you're leaving
shows are happening. Like I say, there was a time when Jay left shows. You know what I'm saying? He had to go. He had to jet. You know what I'm saying? And I went out there, and I said, due to whatever, I'm going to go on.
When did Jay leave?
Show.
What show was that?
People booed, but that's all right. I got him right back into it.
What city was that?
I don't know what city it was, but
because I didn't hear about that.
Right. You're not going to hear about that. You know, because I didn't make it a big deal. I didn't talk about I didn't make it negative or anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's what.
Wow. So
I love my fans. I love my fans. I thank you guys for playing my records and supporting R. Kelly. That's what I'm here to do, is explain to you guys what happened today. I'm going to end it with this. I'm not jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. Told Trackmaster, get him in here. He know how much I talk about Jay. I'll be back there dancing while Jay out there on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm very secure in who I am. And I understand that hip-hop brings a certain level of energy. And R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy. Hip-hop, Jay brings a certain type of energy because he's hip-hop, is up-tempo, he's wrong. And R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy with my music. And I understand those things.
When he was here,
there's no way that I could be like, man, jealous of him.
When he was here, he mentioned that he had a conversation with you about this, that he had pulled you aside, I guess, at some point and said, had to talk with you about this. Did that happen?
Talk to me about what?
The fact that maybe you were feeling a way about people giving him more love or whatever, or I don't know, something like that. You didn't hear? Because he was up here earlier.
Bless his heart. Never. Nah, we ain't never had a conversation like that.
He started it too by saying that he had a conversation with you too about, I guess he feels like the people around you ain't, you know, keeping you as grounded as maybe he thinks you should be.
Well, my people didn't pepper spray anybody tonight. I got pepper sprayed. No matter what me and Jay was going through, if we were going through anything, no matter what happened on that stage, off the stage or whatever, nobody, not only me, but nobody deserves to be pepper sprayed or anything like that. Nobody, especially if it's the, like you said earlier, the other half of the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody deserves that.
Wow. What a night, huh?
Yeah, it's all good.
I know you have to run. Your people are running you out of here.